Access your free language gifts right now before they expire. First, the Having a Party PDF cheat sheet. With this cheat sheet, you'll learn words and phrases like would you like a drink, guest, dessert, and more. Second, must-know phrases for rejecting invitations. This 1-minute lesson will teach you phrases like, sorry, I already have plans, I'm tired, and more. Third, summer plans conversation lesson. Go travel, relax at the beach, stay at home and sit on the internet. You'll learn how to say these and other summer plans in your target language. Fourth, must-know Father's Day vocabulary. Can you say Father's Day in your target language? You'll be able to with this quick 1-minute vocabulary lesson. Fifth, the Summer Season Writing Workbook. With this printable PDF, you'll learn all the must-know summer words and phrases. And you'll be able to practice writing the phrases out as well. Download it for free right now. And sixth, tired of apps that just teach you random words? With our innovative language learning app, you learn through conversations and start speaking in minutes because our conversation lessons are just 3 to 15 minutes long. Learning is that easy. Download it for free for the Android, iPhone, and iPad. To get your gifts and language learning resources, click the link in the description below. Download them right now before they expire.
Hey guys! Welcome to turkishclass101.com. Ben Seda. Nasılsınız görüşmeyeli? İyi misiniz? Ben çok iyiyim. So, are you guys ready for your topic today? I sure am. Today, I will give you three Turkish recipes. Easy Turkish recipes. So, if you're hungry and don't know what to cook for yourselves, get ready, get your pen and pencil and take notes, okay? First recipe is İzmir köftesi. İzmir köftesi. İzmir köftesi. İzmir köftesi. İzmir esiri meatballs. Here you will see the ingredient lists. Let's check them out. Köftesi için 500 gram köftelik kıyma, 1 adet rendelenmiş soğan, 1 adet yumurta, 3-4 yemek kaşığı galeta unu, 6-7 dal maydanoz, ince doğranmış, 1 tatlı kaşığı tuz, 1 çay kaşığı toz kırmızı biber, 1 silme çay kaşığı kimyon, yarım çay kaşığı karabiber. Sebzeler için 4-5 yemek kaşığı zeytinyağı, 3-4 adet patates, 2 adet kapya biber, 3-4 adet sivri biber, 3 diş sarımsak. Sosu için 2 yemek domates salçası, 1,5 su bardağı su, 1 adet rendelenmiş sarımsak, 1 tutam tuz, 1 tutam karabiber. And you will see the English translations. And are you guys ready for cooking? Okay, if you are ready and if your ingredients are ready, let's get started. So, first of all, take the minced meat, onion, garlic, the other spices, soaked and squeezed breadcrumbs, okay? And finally, chopped parsley and egg in a bowl and net like this. You need to net like this. And after you are done, you need to put the rest through this netted mortar in the refrigerator, okay? You need to leave them for 15 or 20 minutes to let it settle. You can, you don't want to wait, don't wait, but it's better if you let it settle, okay? And after resting, take off the, walnut-sized pieces like this and from the mortar and roll them horizontally and long. You need to just take it and roll it and make it like fingers, okay? And cut the potatoes into finger thickness. Again, you make it like fingers. And add olive oil to a large saucepan and then fry the potatoes until lightly browned. And take the potatoes out on a plate and fry the meatballs on both sides in the same oil so their taste mixes. And when the meatballs are cooked, transfer them into a different bowl, okay? And put the potatoes at the bottom of the pot and the meatballs on it. And chop the peppers, garlic and tomatoes on the top and put them on the top. And mix all the ingredients from the sauce ingredient list in a bowl, okay? And pour it over the vegetables and the meatballs and the potatoes you have stacked like on top of each other. And cook on a low heat for like 15-20 minutes with the lid closed. And you are done. Enjoy your meal. And it's so easy and it's like really delicious. One of my favorite meatballs. And second recipe, okay? This is the lifesaver. I talked about this before and it's called mene men. Men and man. It's like man to man in English. Anyway, it's egg with tomato and peppers. And our ingredient list is like this. Soğanlı menemen tarifi için malzemeler: 4 adet sivri biber, 1 adet kapya biber, 4 adet domates, 1 dal taze soğan, yarım adet soğan, 4 adet yemek kaşığı, 4 yemek kaşığı zeytinyağı, 4 adet yumurta, 1 çay kaşığı tuz, 1 çay kaşığı karabiber. And again, you see the English translation of the ingredients. And the recipe goes like this. Take the olive oil. We use olive oil a lot. We are a Mediterranean country, so we use olive oil a lot. Take the olive oil in a deep pan with a non-stick bottom, it's better. And you first chop the onions, then fry them, okay, until they turn pink. And then add some green peppers and capsicum peppers and continue like roasting process, like just turn it around and let them just wilt. When the peppers start to wilt, add you need to first chop the tomatoes, then you add chopped tomatoes and close the lid. And let them cook together until the tomatoes are soft, about like 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes will be enough. Finally, when you are done, add those spring onions, fresh onions, and when the color of the onions turn a little pale, break the eggs and mix everything. You need to mix everything really fast. You don't let the eggs stay like that. You have to mix it and stir it until the eggs are cooked. Then turn up the heat and serve it hot. You can add chopped parsley if you want. That's it. So simple. And take a freshly baked bread and just dip it and eat it. Okay. And the last one, the third one, it's a vegetarian one, and you can make it into a vegan one if you change a couple of the ingredients, like with vegan options. Like for example, we use milk instead of cow milk. You can use almond milk instead of butter. You can use coconut oil. You know the drill. And it is called ıspanaklı patatesli gratin. Spinach potato gratin, something like that. Anyway, let's check the ingredient lists first. 500 gram ıspanak, 3 adet patates, 1 adet soğan, 1 adet sarımsak, 1 yemek kaşığı tuz, 1 yemek kaşığı karabiber, 1 yemek kaşığı un, 1 çay bardağı süt, 2 yemek kaşığı tereyağı. That's it, and you'll again see the English version of the ingredients. So go and prepare your ingredients and let's start cooking. Recipe goes like this. Again, take your oil into the pan. It's again, you can use whatever oil, and cook the onion and garlic well. You chop the onion and garlic and cook it together. Then add the diced potatoes. Again, you need to dice the potatoes, then add the diced potatoes. And when the potatoes are about to be done, it needs to be about to done, and you then add the spinach and cook it until the water is completely absorbed, but not like the greenish of the spinach turned like really pale. You just need to let the water come. And after it's done, add the flour and mix it, okay? You need to mix it slowly. Add your cold milk. It needs to be cold a little, not the room temperature, cold milk, but add it slowly, okay? And add and mix it well. Add and mix it, and you need to turn off the heat a little. And you take everything, you make it into mortar in your, a Pyrex dish, and add cheese, cheddar cheese on it, and put it in the oven. And bake it in the oven at like 180 degrees until the cheese melts and gets a little bit brownish. Then take it out and serve. Yummy. Okay, these were our 3 recipes, and that was all. And which one would you like to try, or have you tried cooking another Turkish dish? And if you did, which one was it? And please leave some comments, and you can maybe, if you enjoyed this video, you can put your own recipes in the comment section. And if you want more content like this, click the link in the description, and you can sign up for free at turkishclass101.com, and you can find a lot of free content over there. And I think that's it. And you can also, for example, I said cheese, you can use a vegan version of it. I don't know if there's a vegan cheese-like thing, or I don't know, maybe you can use tofu, but I'm not sure. I'm not vegan, so anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Now I'm hungry. I have to cook something. I have nothing today. What should I cook? Maybe menemen. That's always a good choice. Okay, görüşürüz. Hoşça kalın. Welcome to turkishclass101.com. Merhaba. Nasılsınız? Umarım herkesin keyfi yerindedir. We talk about June and July, and now it is time to talk about August in Turkey. So first of all, let's learn the word August. It's similar to the English word. It is Ağustos. This includes the soft G, aka yumuşak G, the sound A, it's like coming from your throat. Sorry for the noise, but that's the only way I can explain. So it's Ağustos, Ağustos, Ağustos. Okay? So, what's going on in Ağustos? What's special about Ağustos? We are still in summer because we are in the northern hemisphere and it's hot, and our schools are still closed. From K to 12 and the universities as well, and people are generally continue to have their summer vacations, and the special days, we have a very important Remembrance Day. It's a sad day actually. It is 1999 Gölcük depremi, 1999 Gölcük earthquake. On August 17th, 1999, at around 3 o'clock in the morning, an earthquake with a magnitude 7.6, the epicenter of which was Gölcük, caused the whole Turkey in its sleep. And the Gölcük earthquake, which lasted, it was really long, I felt it as well, and which lasted for 45 seconds, was not just felt in Kocaeli, but also in Ankara, Izmir, Istanbul, and the rest of Marmara region. And according to the official information, almost 18,000 people died and 24,000 people were injured. More than 280,000 houses and 42,000 workplaces were damaged. And in the parliamentary research report published in 2010, there was an unofficial information, and it was even more surprising. And according to this unofficial information, nearly 50,000 people died and nearly 100,000 injured. So this is a traumatic incident for Turkish people, and we are still remembering it every year. And if you're in Turkey, you may see on that day, you may see newspapers and televisions are talking about this earthquake and expected Istanbul earthquake. That's a theme. What I mean by expected, Turkey is in a earthquake zone, let me put it that way. And so the scientists predict that, possible future earthquakes, not predict their exact time, but they say this part will get an earthquake in some 50 years, 100 years. And they say every couple hundred years Istanbul gets a big earthquake. So according to the scientists, it's been a long time since the last big Istanbul earthquake happened, and it's a matter of time. So Istanbul is a very big city with a lot of people, and it's a scary incident. I want to say God forbids, and I will move on with my topic without being so morbid. And let's move on. What else is special about this month? There is only one official day, official vacation, official day for the Turkish people. It is 30 Ağustos, Zafer Bayramı, 13th August, Victory Day. I'll get into history a little here. As you may know, the World War I was between two coalition of countries. And Turkey, the Ottoman Empire back then, was with the central powers of Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Bulgaria. And it wasn't the winning coalition. And the winning coalition was led by, Britain, France, Russia, Italy, Japan, Greece, US. No wonder why they won. Anyway, so after the war, Ottoman Empire was collapsing. And these countries invaded Anatolia to make what's left of the country part of their colony. And they were Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. If you don't know him, you don't know anything about Turkish history, so search for him. And his gunmen, along with the common folk, started the Turkish War of Independence, or Independence War, or we call it National Struggle, Kurtuluş Savaşı. This is a multi-fronted political and military struggle carried out between 1999 to 1922 in order to preserve the integrity of the country within the borders of the National Pact as a result of the occupation of the Ottoman Empire, which was defeated in the World War I by the Allied powers. And during this day, the Great Offensive is the general attack launched by the Turkish army against the Greek forces during the Turkish War of Independence. And it started around 14th of August and ended on the 30th of August. And after this battle has been won, the Turkish army entered Izmir, one of the western cities, in September, and the rest of the Greek army was there, and the Greek army left Anatolia completely and the war ended. So 30 Ağustos Zafer Bayramı is a celebration of the end of this independence war. So it's kind of a big deal. And I think that's enough explanation, enough history lesson. And about the special days, let me remind you again and again, don't forget some years Ramadan and sacrifice holidays can be in August, because for religious holidays, sorry, I got something in my eye. We use a different calendar, different Islamic calendar. So the dates change every year. So if you're gonna visit and if you want to know, just check out the year's religious holidays and you will learn. And that's all for the August. It's a very, very hot and chillax month, and weather. How is the weather in August? Don't let me start with that, especially if you're living in Istanbul with a lot of humidity. Hot, very, very, very, very hot and humid. Oh my God. Ayyam bahur, that's an Arabic word we use in Turkish as well, aka the hottest and the most suffocating weather. It means that, and it is a week in August. But let's look at the data closer so you get an idea of how this temperature works for different regions. We'll again check out the map and talk about the weather here, okay? Okay, Marmara region. The long-term average temperature of the region in August is 23.9. In August 21, it was 25.9. The lowest temperature in the region was 13 degrees in Lüleburgaz and the highest was 40 in Uzunköprü. Aegean region. The long-term average is 25.8. It was 28 in August. The lowest temperature was 9 in Tavşanlı and the highest was 45.5 in Marmaris. Mediterranean. The long-term average is 26.9. It was 28.8 in August 21. The lowest was 8.4 in Göksun and the highest was 46.1 in Köyceğiz. Central Anatolia. The average of the region is 22. It was 23.1 in August 21. The lowest was 5.2 in Kangal and the highest was 39.4 in Kırıkkale and Polatlı. The Black Sea region, the long-term average is 22.4. It was 23.7 in August 21. The lowest was 9.2 in Kastamonu. The highest was 41 in Boyabat. Eastern Anatolia region, the long-term average is 22.8, but it was 23.9 in August 21. The lowest temperature in the region was 6.5 in Sarıkamış. The highest was 40.8 in Palu. Southeastern Anatolia region, the long-term average temperature in August is 30.3. It was 31.4 in August 21. The lowest was 16.6 in Birecik and the highest was 47.5 in Cizre. Okay, as you may notice, or as you noticed already, Turkey August temperature in 2021, which is the last year, when you look at where I am here right now, is above the average of many years due to the global warming. Sorry for that, guys. It's warming up. Our world is warming up. And if you want to learn detailed information around the time your visit, if you're gonna visit Turkey and you wanna learn, you should check out the government site, probably here somewhere. I never catch the right angle. It is, mgm.gov.tr. Meteoroloji Genel Müdürlüğü is the open word. Anyway, what else about August? August, actually, I have a funny note about August. Do you know cicada? It's a bug that sings, that's like 17 years under the earth, and they get up, they just sing and mate and then die. It is called Ağustos böceği or cırcır böceği because they generally come out during August, and it is literally called a bug, an August bug, I'm sorry. Anyway, we also have a poem called Kirli Ağustos by Edip Cansever. Kirli Ağustos means dirty August. I know this poetry thing can be a little hard for you guys to understand because poetry is not like regular sentences and they play with the words, but I believe that it's a good practice for you to read, and it's just a theme about August, so I will put the poem here and see you a bit. Let's see.
O da var olanın ağır ağır yokluğu, şurada bir gündüz kımıldamakta. Dağılmanın beyaz organı, tuz birikintileri gibi bir gündüz. Kalın kabuklarını kaldırır doğa, düşer bir balıkçının tersi olan şey. Kirli Ağustos, beni oradan oraya götüren eşya. Aklımda 3-5 otel ya kalır ya kalmaz. 3-5 otel aklımda. O da değil, bir otelin kendisi. Yalnızlığın kahverengi organı, düş birikintisi. Bir de kahverengi alevlerden yapılma. Başka değil, yokluğu görmek için. Kirli Ağustos, göz kapaklarımı da yaktım sonunda.
Okay, that was a poem. About August and vacations. As you may remember, if you watched the June and July videos, check it out again. If you didn't watch them, check it anyway, because I talk about the vacations, vacation sites, and vacation spots for summer vacations. I mean, it's the same in August, so there's nothing much to say about it. I don't want to repeat myself. A lot of people still going on vacations in Ağustos. As I said, schools are still closed, and Turkish beach season is almost 5 months from May to September. So even in some areas such as Antalya, Alanya, those are the hotter part of Turkey. Even in October, sometimes November, and in April you can go to the beach and swim. So we have a very long summer vacation period. As I said before, you can check them out. And I think that's all for August. Nothing much to say. Have you ever visited Turkey? Let me ask you a question. During August, and which part of Turkey you saw, and how was the weather, and what did you do, what did you eat? Tell us. And leave comments below. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And if you want more content like this, click the link in the description and sign up for free at turkishclass101.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. I will see you next time. Görüşmek üzere. Hoşça kalın. Kendinize iyi bakın.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Monthly Review, the monthly show on language learning, where you discover new learning strategies, motivational tips, study tools, and resources. By the way, all the lessons and bonuses you're about to see can be downloaded for free on our website. So click the link in the description right now to sign up for your free lifetime account. Okay, today's topic is the power of specificity and knowing what you want. If you don't know exactly what you want from the language you're learning, then chances are you might fail. Sounds harsh, but it's true. In fact, not being specific with what you want is the #1 mistake beginner language learners make. And that's why today you'll discover how being specific transforms you into a better language learner, how to change your learning approach and speed up your progress, how to apply these tactics with our learning system, and much more. But first, if you're looking for new free language resources and downloads, here are this month's new lessons and resources. Be sure to download these now before we take them down in a few days. First, the Having a Party PDF cheat sheet. With this cheat sheet, you'll learn words and phrases like would you like a drink, guest, dessert, and more. And second, the Summer Season Writing Workbook. With this printable PDF, you'll learn all the must-know summer words and phrases, and you'll be able to practice writing the phrases out as well. To get your free resources, click the link in the description below right now. They're yours to keep forever. And here are this month's updates for our language learning system. Learning pathways now include a journey widget, which shows your overall language learning progress, the next item widget, which shows you the next lesson to take, and your overall grade for the pathway. Just access one of your learning pathways on your dashboard to see these changes for yourself. And there's also the brand new Help Center to help answer and resolve any issues that you might have. Just click on Help Center and FAQ down in the footer menu of the site. The power of specificity and knowing what you want. Part 1. The power of specificity. Think back for a second. Was there something you really wanted to buy when you were a kid that you had to save up for? Maybe a game or a toy? Chances are you eventually got it, and the main reason you were able to get it is because you knew exactly how much you needed to save, and it was a matter of time until you saved up for it. So what does this have to do with learning a language? Well, because you had a specific price to aim for, you were being specific about what you wanted. This kind of specificity is a powerful way to reach almost any goal, including learning a language. How exactly? For example, think about the kind of New Year's resolutions that people set every January. Resolutions like, I want to learn a language, or I want to become fluent. These goals tend to be very vague and unrealistic, right? And these same people quit 1 week into January. But it's much easier and faster to reach more specific goals. Goals like speak for 3 minutes in your target language or learn 100 words in a month. Why? That's because you define the progress. You know exactly what you're looking for. 3 minutes, 100 words. Kind of like the price of that one thing you really wanted as a child. So having that specific number in mind is crucial, and you'll always think about it. You'll always know how far off you are and when you'll hit it. Whereas becoming fluent someday, well, what does that even mean? And how would you even know you reached it? It's hard to be obsessed with a goal when there's no specific point to aim for. So without a specific number, you'll never know what you're aiming for. And this brings us to the second point. Part 2. The power of knowing what you want. Do you know what you want from the language? Think about that for a second. You might be tempted to say, yes, I just want to speak and understand everything. But you're still being vague, which is the #1 sign of not knowing what you want. And the truth is, most beginners don't know what they want from the language either, aside from some vague goals. They'll get a textbook, download an app, and watch YouTube videos, just passively take things in, but their progress will be slow. They're not looking for anything specific, so nothing really sticks except for a few words. But let's say you wanted to know how to introduce yourself in that target language, so you know what you want. And then it's just a matter of mastering all the phrases for introductions. You'll learn it fairly fast. Same thing if you want to be able to talk about your family. Same thing if you want to master a specific grammar point that you still don't quite get. And once you've mastered this specific piece, you can go on to the next one, and you end up mastering more and more of your target language, all because you're being specific and know what you want. Now, all of this sounds simple, but it's not a beginner tactic. It's something that comes to you with time and experience. As mentioned, most beginners don't know what they want and rely on their apps and textbooks to guide them instead. That's just how we all learn as beginners. We don't know enough to start asking questions. But there are ways you can start being specific and intentional about your approach. Again, one of the best ways to make progress in your target language is to define what that progress is and be super specific about it. For example, learning 100 words in a month, speaking 3 minutes in your target language, or mastering a specific grammar point so you can use it freely in conversation. And the reason for that is because you have a specific goal or number, you know exactly what to look for, whether it's reaching 100 words or 3 minutes. And without a specific number, you'll never know what you're aiming for. So if you want to get a bit more specific with your learning, here are a few things you can do. Part 3. How to apply these tactics. 1. Set small, measurable monthly goals. For example, learn 100 words in 1 month. Finish 30 lessons inside of our learning pathway in 1 month. Send 1 message a day to your Premium Plus teacher. All of these are specific. 2. Ask questions and note down specific points you don't quite get. The fact is, you'll always come across words or grammar patterns that you don't quite get. So note them down and ask questions whenever possible. This will help you come up with specific items you'd want to tackle or master within the language. You can always ask us in the comment section of the lessons or your Premium Plus teacher if you're a Premium Plus member. 3. Similar to number 2, if you're learning with an actual teacher, always prepare a question to ask, even if you can't think of a good one. This puts you in the habit of being proactive and looking for specific points you want to learn, clarify, or practice. Otherwise, it's like coming to class, taking notes, and leaving, and then forgetting it all later. 4. Take time to think about what you'd like to accomplish specifically with the language. For example, if you're learning for a specific reason, like travel, then give yourself specific goals, like learn how to ask about prices or ask for directions. It doesn't have to be anything big. In fact, the smaller and more specific it is, the better. If you want to learn the language but are still struggling with making time to sit down and learn and making language learning a routine, there's a quick 2-minute solution to your problem. The 2-minute hack for learning and easily sticking with it. And in this guide, you'll discover 1. The 2-minute rule and why that's all you need to get a routine going. 2. How to learn the language in just a few minutes a day. 3. Which language tools you can use, including free ones, and much more. But first, if you don't yet have access to our language learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. So, why are 2 minutes all you need to get started? First, you may already be thinking that 2 minutes aren't enough to learn anything. And you're not wrong, but that's not what the 2-minute rule is all about. The 2-minute rule comes from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. And the way it goes is, if you want to form a new habit or routine, you should do it for just 2 minutes a day. Why? Well, those 2-minute rules are all about practicing showing up and making language learning super easy to start. So pick something easy that you can do for 2 minutes. And we'll reveal a few ways you can learn for just 2 minutes in just a bit. If you can show up and put in 2 easy minutes consistently, you now have a routine that you can improve upon. Now you can learn a bit more challenging things past those 2 minutes, and now you have a solid routine going. In other words, the 2 minutes act like a gateway routine. do the easy stuff for 2 minutes. If you can master showing up and doing 2 minutes, then you can move on to the more challenging things like grammar, reading, or drilling vocabulary. But if you never master showing up, you'll be like the millions of language learners that set a New Year's resolution and failed it 3 days later. Now, how can you put in just 2 minutes a day? If you're learning with our system, you can. This is a free service that sends you new words every day, improves your vocabulary, and you can easily spend 2 minutes reading through the word, the examples, listening to the pronunciation, and saying it out loud. Not quite 2 minutes, but it comes close. Our 3-minute lessons are a lesson series for absolute beginners, where you learn conversational phrases in just 3 minutes and start speaking the language right away. And you'll find the pathway for these lessons in our lesson library. Just look for vocabulary lists in the vocabulary drop-down menu on the site. You'll find hundreds of lists for common topics like greetings, talking about weather, everyday life, must-know phrases for conversations, and much more. And you can spend 2 minutes picking up new words or saying them out loud. The dialogue tracks are 10 to 30-second tracks with just the lesson conversation. So if you want to listen to native conversations or just review a conversation from a previous lesson, you can easily spend 2 minutes listening to one on repeat or several and train your ear and get accustomed to native speech. We email out freebie cheat sheets every month, so if you're on our email list, you should be getting them. And just spend 2 minutes reviewing the words and phrases on the cheat sheets. These cheat sheets are a great way to learn a bit of language in just a few minutes a day. So, if you want to learn the language and get access to these learning tools and our learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. If you're learning the language, then you already know that spaced repetition flashcards help you learn words fast. But what if you use them for phrases and sentences too? You'd be able to speak way more, because that's how we all speak, through phrases and sentences. How to boost your conversations with spaced repetition flashcards. And in this guide, you'll discover how to do just that. You'll learn where to unlock hundreds of free phrase lists, how to master phrases fast with spaced repetition flashcards, and bonus learning tricks built into our flashcards. But first, if you don't yet have access to our language learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. So, if you want to master sentences and phrases for conversations with spaced repetition, the best places to start are our free vocabulary and phrase lists, which you can find in the vocabulary drop-down menu on the site. Just look for lists that contain phrases such as the 10 lines you need to introduce yourself, top conversational phrases, daily routines, and much more. Then select all the phrases, click Add Selected Words to Flashcards, and then New Deck to create a flashcard deck for these phrases. You'll need premium access or a free lifetime account with our free 7-day premium trial. Now, in the same vocabulary drop-down menu, go to Flashcards, and you'll see your deck. Just press Study to start drilling the phrases. And the way spaced repetition flashcards work is, they track your progress and space out your learning over time. So if you know a phrase now, the flashcards will show it again in 2 days, then 4 days, then 8 days, and so on. Once you're done with a study session, that's it for the day. And all of this takes just a few minutes. Then your flashcards will remind you when to study again and start introducing new phrases while spacing out the ones you already know so that you never forget the phrases. And so you're actually mastering the phrases that you can use in actual conversation instead of just learning words. With our flashcards, you can test yourself on how well you can remember or produce the phrase, read it, or understand it. So, if you go to Settings, you can choose from listening comprehension, where you hear the phrase and the goal is to see if you understand it, production, where you see the translation and the goal is to see if you can remember and produce the phrase, and recognition, where you see the phrase in the target language and the goal is to see if you're able to recall the meaning. You can pick 1, 2, or all 3. Practice multiple skills to get the phrases to stick even better. So, if you want to learn the language and get access to these learning tools and our learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. If you want to learn the language fast, there are some little-known learning hacks that you can use with our system. 5 learning hacks that you didn't know about. And in this quick guide, you'll discover 1. How to understand and pick up on every word with the read-along method. 2. How to improve your speaking and pronunciation with one tool. 3. How to immerse yourself in native dialogues, and much more. But first, if you don't yet have access to our language learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. Ever listen to a conversation between native speakers and wish you could follow along with a transcript? Well, you can. In fact, listening and reading along is a popular learning hack for mastering a language. You pick up on every word, you improve your listening skills, reading skills, and engage multiple senses at once, which improves recall. And you can do just that with our lessons. On every lesson page, you get the complete word-for-word transcript to read along with. Shadowing is another popular language learning trick, and it's where you repeat what you hear as a way to improve your speaking skills. So, as you're taking our lessons, you can shadow the lesson conversation, and you can do this easily with the line-by-line audio dialogue, which breaks up the conversation into individual lines. Just press play on the audio to listen and then repeat. You can also use the pronunciation practice tool to compare yourself to native speakers. Just press the microphone icon, record yourself speaking the line, and then you can hear how your pronunciation compares to the native speaker. The dialogue tracks give you just the conversation of the lessons, no translations, so that you can review the conversations without retaking lessons. And if you're learning with our app, you can just set the dialogue tracks on autoplay and immerse yourself in different types of dialogues, boost your listening skills, and drill all the conversations into your brain. Just go into the settings on the app, and in autoplay, make sure autoplay is on. Turn on dialogue, turn off the other tracks, also set play next lessons to on, and the app will do the rest for you. Now, if you're not sure whether you're getting the most out of the lesson or not, well, if you follow our lesson checklists, you'll walk away knowing more of the language guaranteed. This premium PDF can be found inside the PDF download section of the lesson and gives you bonus tips to follow. Just print out the checklist and fill it out with every lesson. The word bank is kind of like your extended brain, where you can save words and phrases that you come across to the word bank, so you review them later. Just look for the word bank in the vocabulary menu on the site. But what's cool is you can also create printable study sheets for your words and phrases as well. Just click on Printer-Friendly Version. You can also click Export Word Bank. If you've organized and labeled your words into categories, such as verbs and adjectives, you can select that label and export it as a PDF. Then print the file out. You can write on it and keep it as physical study material. So, if you want to learn the language and get access to these learning tools and our learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. Great work! Here's a reward. Speed up your language learning with our PDF lessons. Get all of our best PDF cheat sheets and ebooks for free. Just click the link in the description.